Welcome to another episode and interview with my friend, dear friend. We have Talisa with Perfect Page Notary here.
Hi.
I told y'all this is all about entrepreneurship. We're going to be talking about how you can start your business. I'm going to be interviewing people who do all types of things, okay? So we have Talisa with Perfect Page, and she's going to talk to us about how did she get started, everything, that encompasses her business of notary. Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me, Micaiah. I really appreciate this. Yeah, so should I just jump right?
Yeah, how did you what made you think, what gave you the idea to do notary?
Well, most of my working experience or job experience is in the banking field. I started out back end doing banking, and then I actually started working in financial institutions. So one of the financial institutions that I worked at, they required the people that worked there to become notaries, because of course if you go to any bank, you can have different documents notarized by the people that work inside the bank. So that's how I actually got exposed to notary work. So that's what pretty much gave me the idea to start my own notary business after the pandemic hit.
Okay, 2020.
Yeah,
okay, 2020. I think that was the year a lot of people were like, I'm about to do my own business.
Right.
I think 2020 kind of leaped everybody into entrepreneurship mode, because I think we were all getting laid off.
Yeah, so that's kind of what happened for me. It was just okay, I can't depend on someone else to pay my bills, much like how everybody else thought. Once the pandemic happened, you realize that basically your jobs are not guaranteed, so you kind of have to have a bit of a hustler spirit, so to speak, in order to make ends meet with unpredicting times we've had. So that's pretty much what led me to starting my own business, just realizing hey, I don't want to have to depend on someone else to provide my salary for me, know.
So what's your favorite part about being a notary?
Okay, my favorite part about being a notary, I would say, is maybe meeting people and helping them. I know I've had the opportunity to notarize for persons at a hospital, in a nursing home, and I do find joy when I can help them, with notarizing a document where they don't have to go out to a bank or try to stumble and search and try to find a notary. I can come to them, so it does bring me a lot of joy to do that.
Would you say that your being mobile is a niche in your business?
I would say so.
Yeah.
I would say so, because most notary businesses, I would say the big businesses actually have a place where you have to come. So being that I am mobile, it provides a sense of convenience for my customers.
So being mobile, do you feel like that plays into you charging a little more if you have to go somewhere? I know you keep your rates really good.
Yeah.
Because as far as I know, she's one of the best prices in the city, y'all. So y'all need to hit her up for real. But I noticed that your rates are pretty cheap compared to a lot of people that I've talked to that for mobile. So with all the competition, how do you keep your rates competitive but still work for you? Not diminishing your business.
Right. So I pretty much just go off of what my area can afford. So I usually, if I get a call to do a notarial act within the county that I live, I'll just keep it reasonable. There's no need for me to charge an excess amount of money when I'm not going too far. So I just want to make sure that the customer is still able to pay that amount, but yet I'm still being compensated for my time and gas, So I try to make it as reasonable as possible.
And then that makes them want to use you again, right? Because once you work with someone and you find them and they're reliable, they have a good price, you're like, I'm gonna call this person.
Right.
This is my go-to.
Right.
And so I think that's important with a lot of entrepreneurs. It's making sure that your service is good, but then also making your prices accessible. You know, at least starting out, at least for the first 4 years, whatever, you know, just build your business. I think that's really important. To do.
I would agree with that. I think that's a necessary thing because you have to get your name out there. You know, let the community get to know you. If you charge outrageous prices from the very beginning,
you're going to be known as the business that charges outrageous prices. Oh, they charge, you know, such and such.
When no one really knows you like that. So that's, I mean, if you just take a note from all the big businesses, you know, usually when people do a grand opening, they're, you know, giving you discounts or they're offering you something free, you know, just so that they can get your business and earn your trust, you know, get you in the door. So, I would suggest making your prices more reasonable.
Accessible.
Starting out.
I would say accessible, right?
And
so what about like you said, discounts and things like that? How important would you say is the internet to your business and like advertising?
Well, I think it's very important because as we know, I done messed up this mic. Hold on.
That's okay.
I mean, as we know, like, you know, we're living in a very techno-savvy time, you know, where everyone is on their smartphones or using the computer, going to Google to search for stuff. So I think it's essential to have, you know, an online presence so that people can find you, you know, because that's where you're going to get a lot of your business, either by word of mouth or by means of the internet. So I definitely think it's essential to have an online presence, you know.
And what's your favorite online tool to gain customers?
I would say
present yourself to the area.
To the world. Yes. I would say Google. Google is where I get most of my business. I do have my website listed under my Google business page. So usually, like, people will click on my Google business page to find me, and you know, sometimes they'll need a little more motivation in order to use me, so they'll try to check my website.
I still use websites, y'all. First, number one is Google, and then I go to the website. If I'm not convinced by Google, then I go to the website. And if your website is bomb, I'm gonna book you. Okay. So websites are important, guys, in 2021. Don't forget.
Absolutely.
And I love her website, Perfect Page Notary. It's very professional, very informative. It's useful. It doesn't have all that like extra non-useful stuff.
Straight to the point. And the thing about the website is, like, most people are scared to create websites, but I created mine not knowing anything about creating websites. But I went to Wix.com. Wix.com is a great website builder, and they pretty much do it for you. You just follow the templates, put in your information, and then publish it, basically.
And that's what I'm scared of. I have gotten out of the internet age of like being technically savvy, and I'm scared of creating websites. I'm working on Adobe. So that's inspiration for me because I'm scared of websites. But I will work on my website, guys. It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming, okay. But for now, you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all that. Okay. So besides notarizing, what other business ventures are you interested in, or what type of other entrepreneurship things, you know?
Well, the good thing about Notary, though, like that kind of goes in line with your question, is you can use your Notary commission to do other businesses. So with the Notary, becoming a Notary Public, I was able to see other opportunities. So I also became what they call a loan signing agent, which pretty much if you do any real estate transactions, you're going to need a notary to notarize the signatures on those documents. And with becoming a loan signing agent, you kind of open yourself up to a whole nother range of pay, basically, because I know with loan signing agents you can get paid anywhere from $75 to $200 depending on, you know, what real estate transaction you're doing. So and those transactions only take between 30 to, I'd say, an hour, 30 minutes to an hour and a half. So just say you charged $150 or $200 and it only took you an hour and a half to do this particular signing, you just made $150 or $200 in an hour and a half. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so and, you know, there's other avenues that you can take it. You can become like a permit runner, or you know, other things.
Permit runner, guys. So that's a new word for me.
Yeah,
permit runner.
You know, like with the big the businesses like construction, restaurants, they need a permit in order to run the restaurant, or they need a permit in order to you know, do their construction stuff. So what you'll do as a permit runner, being that you're a notary, is get that stuff notarized and then run it to the
offices,
the government
facilities and businesses and things. Okay.
So I mean,
and all of it's just working for yourself. All of it's really, I mean, I'm not gonna say easy, but it's doable. Anybody can do it. You know, if you have a car and you know, you have the abilities. Yeah,
absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I would definitely encourage anyone that's interested in becoming an entrepreneur to do that.
Yeah, check out Become a Notary Republic in Georgia, and look up your state's laws, right? Because it's different with each state.
Absolutely, yeah, it's different with each state. I know here in Georgia, it's considered an attorney state, so there are some, you know, different restrictions here in Georgia as to what you can actually do, but in other states it may not be as strict. So just make sure, if you are to become a notary public, that you go over your state's, you know, stipulations and different rules, and follow those rules.
I have a question though. Can I have a criminal history and be a notary public?
Yes, you can have a criminal history.
Felony?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Don't quote me.
Okay.
I would say, you know, that's
do your research,
right.
guys. Do your research.
Yeah, go into your state's laws and make sure that.
So where can we find you, Talisa, for your business? Where can we look you up? How can we, if we need notary services in Georgia, how can we get in contact with you?
Okay, well, you can find me on Google at Perfect Page Notary Services. You can find me on my website, www.perfectpagenotary.com. So
okay, cool. So I'll post her email also in the comment section right below, so you guys can email her with any questions you have. And thank you so much, Talisa, for coming here and sitting on the green couch. Okay, MJ does a lot of things, but she does not do notary, but Talisa does. Okay, so y'all reach out to her for all your notary services and questions, and thank you so much for being an entrepreneur.
Thank you. Yes. I appreciate you having me, Makaya. Yes, thank you.